SPM Sports KE.
With me, I have Bennie McCarthy. Please, no flash interviews, no flash photography when you are doing the interview. Introduce yourself as you ask your questions. Coach, I'll begin. A big win in Nairobi again today. Were you under any pressure having lost the first game?
Football is about pressure. Sometimes it goes your way, sometimes it don't. Today, went good. Bless you. No, I think happy for the players. I think to pick themselves up after the Gambia game wasn't easy because I think we prepared ourselves really well for that game, and then you make the mistakes that you did, and then you get punished. So yeah, not the best way to go out when you play at home. But then today, I think did exactly what we said we wanted to do. Take the game to them. Don't make it easy for them from the first minute. And when we create chances, just be a bit more ruthless, clinical in front of goal. And then we worked a bit on set pieces yesterday, quite a bit. And then we knew that their team wasn't the tallest and that. So if we put the balls in the right areas, we could get some joy. But we have to be, like I said, ruthless in front of goal. And then today to score 4 goals in the first half. Pleased for the players who got on the score sheet, but just overall the way we played. Very professional, and we didn't take for granted that we know this team is maybe not as competitive or as strong as Gambia is, but you also don't want to underestimate them. Because they are pretty similar to what we faced when we played Madagascar. You know, they individual players, they have good qualities, so if you're not careful, they could hurt you. But I think everybody stood up tall and they picked themselves up well, and we scored 5 goals. Not sure when was the last time Kenya scored 5 goals, but so it's good, nice for them, good way to depart, to go back to your clubs and reflect on this, and then when we regroup in October, then we'll see, we go again, but then we got something positive to build on.
Thank you, Coach.
So Mansour came in at left back, and then I thought, you want to have your goal threats on the pitch, so I thought today would be a perfect game to play Ryan with the captain today, and it worked really well. I think the two of them communicated well. I said specifically in the game, one of them have to drop almost into a false 10 position. I don't care who of the two, but I don't want the two strikers playing next to each other. Always one drop. So the captain took that role today. So Ryan was more higher up the pitch, and I think he took his goals really well. Should have scored a hat-trick. Pretty mad at him for missing it. To make an impact on international stage like that, it's really good, from playing in the Kenyan league, then moving to Chan, and now taking your quality at international stage, and it's 3 games in 2 games. So really pleased for him and really good with the progress that he's making, and in due time he just needs to keep himself in and around, because I think he's got the best person to learn from. When you have Michael Olunga still playing for the national team, there's no better guy that can teach you this. For what he's done for the country is remarkable, and to still be at it at this level. So for the young players, it's great to have such a mentor like the captain there, and you see Ryan quickly is taking notes and making what he needs to make, and then when he goes onto the pitch, he's starting to become his own man, which is great, which is what Kenyan football needs. So pleased for him getting 2 goals, and for the captain as well, sticking out there, and he's getting a lot of stick from the media, from the fans, from everyone, but He plays an important role for me, in particular in this national team. So I'm really great that he got 2 goals um, and yeah, we were able to play much more comfortable and much more freely, and gave the fans something that they deserved, because obviously they've really come out and supported us. And even when you thought maybe the numbers will plummet very quickly after the Gambia game, but I'm glad that they stayed loyal and they treated themselves to a goal fest and a nice game of football today. I think for us it's just to, as a technical team, to also go and watch players play at their clubs and try and monitor their progress and see what they're up to, and then every opportunity that we can to gather a squad together, that we just keep implementing what we want, the philosophy, the way we want to play in this national team. So you have individual camps where you have the local boys, and then you can have the international together. So we'll try and just, even if it's just a week-long camp, it's always great to catch up and see the boys, and and then keeping their memory fresh on what it is that we do in the national team, the way we work and how we do it. So that's probably the only way we can do it, and hopefully we can convince the federation to speak with FIFA, maybe give us a little boost there to have a mini tournament where we would like to invite Tanzania. Because there's a lot of talent. Like to play against Tanzania, against Uganda, against Rwanda, all the East African teams would be nice, Neighboring, we break bread on the football pitch, that would be nice. But Tanzania first. Um, I think he works himself into the team, because anybody that's watched us train or that's been to a training session, he's one of the most relentless players that you find. And for me, it's not just about talent. If you talented players, with me, talent ends there by the door. You have to have a different mentality, to the willingness to work hard and to improve, and that's what this national team is about. And Will is the prime definition of hard work and talent and willingness and wanting to learn. And for a coach, you can't ask for to have better players like that in your team. That anything that you ask for, you ask him to play at a certain position, he'll try his best for the team and he'll work relentlessly, and that's how the team grows and becomes better, because other players look around and see that if this player can do it, I most certainly also can. So he's been really great. He's taken the opportunity and he's embraced it, and I think he's as Kenyan as you can get. He's really in with the group, in with the spirit, with the culture, learning some Swahili as well along the way. So yeah, it's great when you give players like Wall an opportunity, and what does it mean to them when they put on that shirt. And it should be inspiring to everybody else when you come into the national team, when you put on that Kenyan jersey and you see the emblem, and that's how you fight for the badge, that's how you fight for a country. And he's the prime definition of that, and he's young, so he's got still great future ahead of him with the national team for as long as I'm here. Pitching up on our radar that he's Kenyan and he's playing in La Liga in the second division B. So yeah, we've had a look at him, and we saw there's a footballer there. It's just how you mold him, how you integrate him. So I think he started a bit slow, because you adjust. It's your first time at international level that you get this opportunity. So adjustment. I think getting used to the players and understanding what we want, the way we want to play, and what we expect from him. So took some time, but I think today I just told him just to be free. He he has what it takes. He's got the speed. He's got a lot of ability that frightens players onto the pitch. When you play against a player like him, who's tricky, who's quick, um, and who's also really good in front of goal. So I told him just not to be afraid to make mistakes. If he makes a mistake, it's gone. You forget about it, but you keep wanting the ball and you keep taking your man on, and it will create a lot of havoc for them because they'll end up doubling up on him, and we'll start losing free players into the box. And I'm glad that he took the advice of the coaches, and he annihilated his opponent today, and we got a lot of joy. So as time goes by, it's only his first time, like I said, he's only a week with us, so we couldn't really work too much on him, but he's a great asset for us moving forward because Kenya needs wing players. The way we set up, it's all about wing players. You see Muchiri, when he comes in, he does a great job, and he's also kind of stepped up from being a soldier to a chance superstar to now taking his level to internationals. So it's lovely to see. So the more great wingers we can create in this country, the better the national team will be. And for Michael Olinga, there's not really much I can say. People always love the hero, hate the hero. So I think as long as you just work hard, you get under people's skin because they can't get to you. You keep working hard, do what you do best, and when you step onto that pitch, you work your socks off, and every opportunity that you get, you keep sticking the ball in the back of the net and let the haters keep hating because your talent will just keep going. And same for me, man. Back in the day, I didn't give two monkeys what people think or said about me. My name's still there, and they're still struggling to get there. So and that's what Michael has to do, exactly the same. Just keep plugging away. He knows how important he is to me, to the technical team, to his team, his players, his teammates, and that's the only thing that should matter. The fans, everybody else, the media, they'll get on board because they'll see every single time he puts on that shirt, he sweat blood and tears for the country, and there's nothing more than that you can do. We focus more on set pieces because I said in my last press conference that we had so many corners and free kicks against Gambia, and with the size of the team that we have, we should be doing better, and we should take advantage of free goal opportunities from set pieces. And against Gambia, it just didn't work. So yesterday we did focus quite a lot, even though we didn't score one single header in training yesterday, but the deliveries and the intention was there. And I think today they just gone and executed it. They wanted it more than what they did yesterday. Training, of course, close my eyes or I pull my head in. But in the game, if I know I'm going to get on the score sheet, I put my head there, even if there's a foot coming. It's worth the pain getting on the score sheet. So I think today the determination of the team is probably just greater than it was yesterday. So it is getting there. Okay, it's work in progress, but I think time is always limited when you're in the national team. You get the players for 5, 6, 7 days at most, and in such a short time you can't have 2 training sessions a day because you'll just exhaust them. We try and integrate video sessions with what we want from them, and we'll have footages from previous games that we've played where we had different patterns and that's kind of the way we want players to see. Okay, so this is what that the team wants. This is the movement from individual players in when we're in possession of the ball. So we try and let them watch some of moments that we've had in different scenarios and games, just on the philosophy and the way of play and a bit of that mental toughness, because it's not always going to go your way. It's not every day that we're going to have a game like this. I wish we can get Seychelles every international break, but listen, as long as we take in, and when players go back to their club, they remember the structure and what we're trying to do at national team. Not everything goes out the window when they go back to their clubs, and then next international break you take 2-3 days to adjust, to adopt again to what we did before. So you hope that the players remembers the way that we play, and when we come to the national team, you give everything. It's always great when you can have players that can slot in, and different positions, and I think most coaches should try it. It's actually great because you get to see players find something extra within them, because if you're accustomed to playing at number 8, if you have 4 or 5 midfield players that's equally good, who do you pick? Then you start upsetting, he's got favorites, or he likes this one more and he likes the other one more. But when you have that versatility, then you can put all 4 of them on the pitch at the same time. One just slots a little bit in on the right, the other one on the left, so then you have all your top players all on the pitch. And as a coach, you get more out of the team. So far I've been very blessed that I didn't have players that showed me that small finger that they want to play at number 8 instead of out wide, or he wants to be a centre back instead of a 6 or a left back. So I've been very blessed to have players that don't ask questions. They just, whatever you want, coach, whatever you need, we'll do it to the best of my ability, to their abilities, and beautiful.
Thank you, coach.
SPM Sports KE.